feed directly over the post. Okay, this is 25mm PVC pipe, and as you can see, that's the measurements just there. It's got a ruler next to it so you can work out how long each one of these are, and try to remember the letters because they'll help you throughout the video with putting it all together. These are all the 25mm connections you're going to need. Just a couple of elbows, you know, T, and then usually you just have straight 25mm end caps, but they were out of stock at the shop, so I bought a reducer and then just 20mm end cap. And with the end cap you need to drill a hole and insert a rubber tire valve into it, and then you can just put some hot glue in the bottom of it. Okay, these are the two pieces of 20mm PVC that you need, and that's the length right there. You're also going to need a 20mm ball valve and quite a large adapter, and to glue your two pieces together, you're going to first off need to paint it with primer, which you can get from any local hardware store, and then paint it with this high pressure glue. You need to paint the inside of your joint, and then the outside. And let that dry. The next step is to paint the high pressure glue in. Just do the exact same as you did the primer. Okay, once you've done that, just push them together like that and give it half a turn. Okay, so as you can see, I've fully assembled it. It's all glued up, and just take note of the adapter I've got here. It's the reason for that is so you can put different size barrels in. I'm gonna have a barrel about this size because it fits tennis balls really well. My tire valve's just there. It's looking pretty good. You can paint it if you want, but you need to let that glue set for 24 hours before you try and put any pressure in it, otherwise it'll explode. So that's the first part done. Okay, to make the trigger mechanism for your tennis ball launcher, you're going to need to get some exercise elastic or exercise rubber. You can get this from most local hardware stores. It's just a very strong elastic, and then you're just going to need to drill a hole for your ball valve and thread that through, and then put a cable tie, zip tie it to the bottom of your shaft there. And the next step is to then cut out a piece of wooden dowel about the same height from the bottom of your tennis ball launcher here to about there on the ball valve. You need that exact height. And then the next step is to just make a little indent in where your little bit of dowel sits, so that it's actually sort of clicks in there. And then you need to make the same indent on your ball valve just there. Just do that by getting a drill and drilling it just a little bit, and then usually only want a little indent. You don't want to actually put a hole through. Okay, so as you can see, I've put the valve into the closed position and slipped in that little wooden dowel, and it's just sitting on those little notches we made with the drill, and that elastic is pulling it down. And as soon as you pull this string, which is tied onto the wooden dowel, it will release the bore valve and fire it. Be directly over the post.